Hello students, welcome to Siddhapur Mathematics Academy. So how you are solving? I think you are feeling that mathematics is very easy. So in the last class, I gave you some questions as a homework. So in the today's class, first I will start with that homework. First I will explain that homework questions, then I am moving to the next concept. See, in the first main question, you have to write whether the set is null set or what. I gave two questions as a homework. First one is x such that x is a natural number. We have to write applying this condition. What is that condition? We have to write less than 5 greater than 7. Here 1 2 3 4. So like this, greater than 7 means we are moving on right side, less than 5 means we are moving on left side. There is no common, so this there is a gap between these two. We cannot write a number less than 5 and greater than 7. So then which type of a set it is? It is a null set. And see the next question, y such that y is a point common to any two parallel lines. So for Kannada medium students, parallel lines means samantara sarala rekhigalu. That two parallel lines, they never meet anywhere. So that means there is no common point. There is no common point means again the set is null set. Moving to the second main question. What is the second main question? See, open your notes. In the second main question, they are asking whether the set is a finite or infinite. See the first question, that is first means in the homework first one. That is in the second main third question. 1, 2, 3, 99, 100. 99 last number dash dash is their middle and last 99 and 100 means they are mentioned the last number. You can count the numbers. So there are how many numbers? 100. That means you can count means it is a finite set. Next, the set of positive integer greater than 100. After 100 we have so many numbers, 101, 102, 103 like that. That means we don't know the last number. We don't know the last number means it is an infinite set. Next, the set of prime numbers less than 99. What are the prime numbers? A number which is divisible by 1 and itself. Can you make a list of prime numbers less than 99? Yes, of course. It is a limited. You can make a list. Therefore, it is a finite set. Next, third one. Again, here also we have to write a finite and infinite. The first question, the set of animals living on the earth. Yes, you can make a list and this is a finite set. Maybe it is a big number, but you can make a list. Next, fifth one, the set of circles passing through the origin. See here, set of circles passing through the origin means what? See, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and the circle is passing through origin. You can draw so many circles, not only here. You can draw here also. You can draw here also. They are passing through the origin. But you cannot count. You can draw so many. So it is an infinite set. Is it very simple or what? Next, moving to the next homework question. The next homework question is, in the following state whether A is equal to B or not. Fourth main question in that third one. The set A is given as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And they are given in the form of elements. But the set B is given. You have to write the elements. See, what is the set B? Set B is given as x such that x is a positive integer and x is less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to 10 means we have to use 10 also. So then how you write set B? Set B is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Why? Because we have to write only positive integer. Positive even integer, sorry. Even integer. And it is less than or equal to 10. Now compare these two sets here. 2. We have a 2. 4, 4, 6, 6. Each and every element are present in both. So this implies you what? This implies you A is equal to B. Moving to the next question. The set A is given like this, x such that x is a multiple of 10 and B 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So but in the set B the elements are given, so it is very easy, but A is not, the elements are not given. What are the elements? The elements are multiple of 10 means 10, 20, 30, 40 and it goes on continuing. Why? Because they are not mentioned the last number. When you are comparing, by comparing this only you come to know. Here 15, we don't have a 15 and there are a limited numbers, these are not limited numbers. So what is your conclusion? A is not equal to B. Is it clear or what? So these are the homework questions. Now I am moving to the concept subsets. And before giving you the definition, first I want to explain the concept. The subsets. So I will explain with the help of example what is a subset. I am giving you two sets. Set A, 1, 2, 3, 4. And set B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you compare the elements of set A and set B, see all the elements of set A, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are also the elements of set B. Correct or not? Here we have 1, here we have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. All the elements of set A are the elements of set B. So then you can say that A is a subset. This is a symbol for subset. A is a subset of B. Understood? But when you are taking a reverse, compare the set B, the elements of set B with A. Up to 4 all the elements are of the B are present, but 5 and 6 are not present. 5 and 6 are not present in A. That means we cannot say that B is also a subset of A. Is it clear or not? So every element of set A is also the elements of set B. Therefore, these are the elements of this. So A is a subset. Now I am giving you the definition. And also I will explain with the help of example also. So take on the definition. A set A is said to be a subset of a set B if every element of A is also an element of B. See, the definition is also important. More than that, what you are understanding, that is very important, because if you understand the definition, then only you can solve the examples. In other words, A is a subset of B if whenever, see, this is the element A is an element of A, then it is also an element of set B. That is, A is a subset of B if element A belongs to A, implies it is also belongs to set B. This is very important. See why I am writing this, because the presentation is also very important for your competitive. And we read the above, that means this statement, the above statement as A is a subset of B if this A is an element of A implies that A is also an element of B. That is, if A is not a subset, then how you write? This is about a subset. And I will explain again with the help of so many examples. If you are not following by only one example, don't worry, I will give again so many examples for this. If A is not a subset, if A is not a subset of B, we write A is not a subset of B. Understood? And write on the important note, that is very important. First one, every set is a subset of itself. See here, I am giving you example also, don't worry. Here the set A, I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4. Another set, every set is a subset of itself, means same set write on. You write on the same set. Now compare, if you are writing the same set means of course all the elements are present. That's why we are calling every set is a subset of itself. It is very important point in the view of competitive exams. Next one. Null set is a subset of every set. It is also very important. Null set is subset of every set, because see the same example I am giving, 1, 2, 3, 4. Null set means like this, there is no element. So no element means we can compare. So every null set is a subset of every set. Now I am giving you the examples. Read on the example. First one. Let A is equal to 1, 3, 5 and B X such that X is an odd natural number. Odd natural number less than 6. That means first we have to write the elements of set B. Odd natural numbers. Natural number starts with 1. Odd, and they are less than 6 means 1, 3, 5. For Kannada medium, odd is what? Besa Swabhavika Sankhyaಗಳು. So now compare A and B. The set A, 1 we have 1, 3, 3, 5, 5. This implies what? A is a subset of B. And when you compare B and A, so B is also a subset of A. And one more thing we are observing. In the last class, I explained you the equal sets. So A and B are the equal sets or what? This implies A is equal to B. That means if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, you can say that A is equal to B. Please students note down. Every example, or sometimes the examples also gives you important points. A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. See, A and B, if they are reverse and direct or both are satisfied, then you have to say that A is equal to B. Moving to the next example. the set Q. Q is what? The set Q of rational numbers. The set Q of rational numbers is a subset of the set R. What is R? Set of real numbers, and it is written as like this. Next, third question, third example. If A is the set of all divisors of 56, that means you have to make a list those numbers which divides 56, and B is the set of all prime divisors of 56. First write on the set A. Set A is what? All the divisors of 56. So of course usually we are divisors means we are writing a positive number. 1 divides all the numbers. It is 56 is a even number. So 2 divides 56. Is 3 divides 56? No. Because 5 plus 6 11. 11 is not divisible by 3. And 4 is a divisor of 56. It is not divisible by 5 because it does not ends with 0 or 5. Then 7 divides 56, 8 divides 56, 14 divides 56, 28 divides 56, and 56 itself divides 56. And from this only select only the prime numbers. So 1 is not neither a prime nor a composite. 2 is a prime number and 7 is a prime number. Only 2 and 7. Now compare A and B. Now tell me whether A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A. 1, it is not there. So A is not the subset of B, but B is a subset of A. Is the concept is clear or what? Moving to the next one. Fourth question. Let A is equal to A, E, I, O, U, ovals, and B is equal to A, B, C, D. Then see, is A is a subset of B? Here compare. A is there, here we have a E. E is not there. One element is enough. So E is present in A but not in B. Therefore, A is not the subset of B. Then moving for a second one, whether check B is a subset of A. Here B. Here we have A. B we have in the set B but it is not in A. Therefore, also B is not the subset of B. Next, moving to the next one. Let A and B two sets. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, mark this. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then A is called a proper subset of B and B is called a superset of A. Mark this. This is very important for your CET or JEE for competitive example. For example, A. A I am writing as 1, 2, 3 and B I am writing as 1, 2, 3, 4. See what you are observing. A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B because the element 4 is not there. Therefore, here A is a proper subset of B. Understood? And B is called the superset of A. Next, important definition it is, if a set A has only one element, we call it as a singleton. The name itself tells you, a singleton set. Thus, see, if it contains only one element, is a singleton set. Now consider the example. Write down one example. First, this is a null set. Already you are familiar. Null set is what? It does not have any element. Set A is 1, 3. Set B is 1, 5, 9. And set C is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. Now see the null set. You know that already in the note. Null set is a subset of every set. So easily you can write it is a subset. Now compare A and B. In the set A we have 1, in the set B also we have 1. But see 3 is not present in B. That means A is not the subset of B. What about A and C? See 1 and 3. Yes, it is present in C also. A is a subset of C. Moving to B and C. It is 1, 5, 9. The same elements are present in C also. So B is a subset of C. Is it very important, easy or what? Moving to the next example. Let A is equal to A, E, I, O, U and B is A, B, C, D. If A is a subset of B, question, is A is a subset of B? What is your answer? No. No, A is not the subset of B. Then second question, is B is a subset of A? No, it is also no. Because B is not present. You know the reason very well. Moving to the next example. Let A, B and C be the three sets. Let A, B and C be the three sets if A is a subset of B, if A is an element of B and B is a subset of C, is it true that A is a subset of C? If not, give an example. Here, let A is equal to 1. B is, say I am writing here, it is note carefully, and C this I am writing. Here what you are observing? Here we are observing A is an element of B. This is an element of B as A is equal to 1 and B is a subset of C. This element is there and this element is there. But A is not the subset of C. Why? This is a element, single element. We have to see, but what you are observing as 1 belongs to A. But it is a set, it is not a single element. Understood? And 1 does not belongs to C. That's why we can say that it is an element, but it is not the subset. Understood? Subset concept is very simple. What is a subset? If all the elements of set A are also the elements of set B, then it is called a subset. A is called the subset of B. And one more thing you studied. What you studied? If A is a subset of B and B is also the subset of A, then A is equal to B. In one more you studied. What it is that? A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B. Then A is called proper subset of B and B is a superset of A. In the next class, I will again revise this, moving to some examples. Then I am moving to the important concept, that is the intervals.